play big minutes?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously they have some of the best defensemen in the league, and obviously Doughty, might be the best one in the whole world. So, it's tough to try and get space out there against those guys, but you got to find a way.
From an energy standpoint, you guys had a bit of a break before Christmas, and you played well. Now you're energized again. Just make a huge difference for you.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely had some nice time off, spent with family and all that. So that's all good, and guys are ready to come back, and we feel good and energized. But at the same time, you could have a little bit of cobwebs coming off a break like that, and these guys played last night, so they'll kind of shook those off. So it's up to us to get into it early.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Do you have to feel your way into this kind of game and kind of get the legs back? Because it's been a while since obviously you guys scored.
Yeah, it has been a while, and I don't think you can feel your way into a game like this. They're a team that played last night, and they had a good break as well. So they're going to be ready to go, and if we're not ready to go off the hop, then we're going to find ourselves down a couple. So this isn't a game where you can kind of ease into it.
You know how hard it is to generate points in this league. This is a little bit off topic, but you see, Sid, what he's been able to do despite missing the 5 games, the number of goals, and just how impressed are you with, that he's still putting up points at this level and doing what he's doing?
He's the best player in the world, and so obviously it's not that surprising what he's been able to do. I think the way he's been able to score goals and he finds ways to get open, and it's really amazing. So definitely not surprised at all.
And just the idea of being in a race for the scoring title with Sidney Crosby, is that something you pay attention to and that you kind of?
I try not to. You can't really get caught up in it. If you do, you're gonna find your game start to slip a little bit. So you just try and go out there and do all you can do, and whatever happens. But there's so many good players in this league that anyone can really do it. So I guess we'll see what happens. I guess.
What is it?
Morning, Harry.
Hello, Tom.
Simple pass, no matter where it is on the ice, and getting up in the rush and getting a few shots on net just to get your confidence back.
Do you look at it, I know Reg is sick, but do you look at this as also an opportunity to maybe regain a foothold in the lineup?
Yeah, it's always an opportunity to play. Our D-core is really strong this year, so for me, I just look to go in there and do the best I can, and it's a competitive D-core, that's for sure.
What kind of feedback did you get when you came out of the lineup in terms of areas of improvement that you could make in your own game?
Just to jump up in the play more. I was just adjusting a little bit to the amount of games, especially in November. There we had a long month, so just keep my legs moving and more mental side of it. Stay on the D side of the opponents and play good defense.
Your health is fine after that hit. You lost your land back on your shoulder or your head, or when you?
Yeah, the spotter thought that I landed on my head. I don't think I hit my head, but it was just one of those ones that looked bad.
Kind of quit.
With lots of energy and really smart, though. We can't play run and gun hockey. We got to play really smart and try to limit mistakes out there tonight.
This is a team that you guys have had a tough time beating, but now you have to find ways to do it because of the race in the Pacific. So.
Absolutely. Everyone's knocking the Pacific, and like I said before, LA and the Anaheims and the San Jose's are the teams that we need to find ways to beat and compete with them all year. And tonight will be another stepping stone in the right direction for us, and see where we're at, and we're doing some really good things right now, and hopefully we can continue that with a really good team over there. So we got to find ways to beat these teams, and I think we have the guys in here that can do it.
Compared to what you saw maybe last season to now, where's the confidence level of this team going into big matchups against divisional opponents?
Well, I think you can see it in everyone's faces that we believe, and we believe in here. We go in with a lot of confidence, knowing we can beat the Anaheims, we can beat the San Jose's, the LA's, all those good teams, Calgary. So, when we go in matches, everyone believes that we can win, and everyone in here believes that we're a playoff team. And this is the second half of the season, so everyone's going to start talking about playoffs right now. So I think right now, we got to find ways to win hockey games, and certainly teams in our division.
Outsiders might say, Pat, Kings are nicked up. They played last night. Do you buy into that, and what kind of challenge will it be tonight against Pacific Division rival?
Yeah, I mean, if they're banged up or not, we know what LA is. They're so good defensively. They're well coached. And we got to find ways to break the system. And, it comes with just playing smart, not making any mistakes, and limiting your turnovers because they have a really good transition game. And just got to find ways. They'll sit back and wait till we make a mistake, and then they'll capitalize on their chances. So we know what we need to do in here, and we're playing a really good team tonight, and we got to find ways to beat these teams, like I said before.
Which game are you going to? Herbie told me there was 2 going on. Oh. I think he handled well putting tonight. Got a games off. He needed rest. But tough to get college play. Maybe more defense. Only 6 rotate penalty power practice load travel. So you need a little bit of a breather. Power out. Not get enough back. Just expect that part of the development. Numbers called, be ready to go, and have, and he's all year. But
What kind of challenges are you expecting from your team, especially against the team that played?
yeah, I'd prefer if we had our way to, to play a Turkey team as well, one that's just coming off the break, but we don't get that. And we'll have to be ready and prepared to start. I think that's going to be real important for our team. Keeping the game simple, getting involved physically early, winning some battles so that you feel good about your game, keeping your shift short. There are concerns coming back in, but the break and the rest was needed. They should be full of fire tonight, and they should expose it as the game goes on. But that start's real important for us.
You're playing a team that's always been known to be big and physical and strong. You guys are big and physical and strong. Do you feel you match up better against the Kings than you did last year or this year?
I do. I think the Kings have always been that type of team. They don't get enough credit for how they play night in and night out. It's almost like a mechanical machine. They do the same things over and over again. They do them better than most teams, and as a result, they end up winning more games than they lose. And the physicality, the size, that type of stuff, we're getting there. We're getting bigger and stronger. But I think our game has to mimic theirs a little bit more, where we're doing it every night, religiously. Versus just kind of in and out at different phases. Well, he's arguably the hottest player in the league right now with the number of goals that he scored. Just mature, a real good understanding of the game and situations, plays all over the rink, two-way game. Got a very sneaky shot, shoots in stride. I remember Messier coming down and he shot off that off wing. I see Carter doing that on the strong side, shooting in stride and changing the angle of a shot. Been really good for them. Tremendous player.
Eberle and McDavid, that combination, 5-on-5, Eberle's point production is lower than it's been. What do you need to see more from him 5-on-5?
From Jordan or from that combination? Well, just a few more offensive results would be nice. So Jordan's been streaky. The streak's on the negative side right now. So he has to find ways to be productive within our system. And I do think that his board work is getting a little bit better. His back check, his attention to picking up the right guy coming into the zone, defending in the D zone has been a little bit better. So as we improve in one area, we're giving back in the other, and we got to be careful that we don't get him into a cheating situation so that he's cheating to try and score. But we do need more production from him.
Kajula and Puljujarvi together as a combo. At home, easier to do that with two rookies because you can get the matchup maybe you want a little easier?
Yeah, and we'll see how that goes. We'll, we'll start tonight. We'll get all 4 lines rolling. Not even concerned too much about matching, top two, bottom two, because I think the ability to get everybody up and running is more important than specifically targeting a line, if you will. But Drake and Jesse both have, I think, something to prove to themselves and to the team, and they're both rested now. They'll get a good opportunity tonight. Did you guys know that Swift Current's putting up the memorial? I wanted to mention that because I'm an old Bronco. So 30 years ago tomorrow was the bus accident, and they're actually putting up a memorial. Drew, you must have known that. No? Jeez. Stoff. You're a walking encyclopedia. Okay, well, there you go. But that's an important thing, I think, to recognize those, Lindy's brother and a couple other. Yeah, exactly. So, yep. See you tonight.